أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقهوا قولي Assalamualikum wa barakatuh. Last class we have finished negation and affirmation. Today we will be seeing the fourth characteristic of a verb. So today we will be dealing with genders of a verb. Similar to nouns, verb also got gender. That is, the gender is masculine and feminine. Similar to nouns, verb also got masculine and feminine gender. The masculine gender is known as muzakkar and the feminine gender is known as muannas. By default, the verbs are in the muzakkar state. So we have got fe'lul mazi, that is the past tense verb, and fe'lul mudari, that is the present tense and the future tense. Both the tenses are present, and fe'lul amr. We have got these verbs. Now coming to fe'lul mazi, that is the past tense verb. So this fe'lul mazi, how a fe'lul mazi can be made into a muannas, that is the feminine verb, by adding an open ta, that is open ta with a sukoon over it. This is known as ta al maftuhatu, means it is an open ta. The closed ta is known as ta al marbutatu, the closed ta. But when the ta is opened, this open ta is known as ta al maftuhatu. So here, for example, if we take fa'ala, then to make it into a feminine, add the open ta with a sakin. So it is fa'alat. So fa'ala is in the muzakkar state, that is the masculine state, and fa'alat is in the muannas state, that is the feminine state. Fa'ala means he did, fa'alat means she did. Fa'ala, he did, fa'alat, she did. So similarly you can see ja'ala, ja'ala, he made, ja'alat, she made. So by adding ta'al maftuhatu, that is the open ta, at the end of the verb, we can make a masculine verb into a feminine verb. This is in case of fe'lul mazi. Fe'lul mazi, that is the past tense verb, can be made into a feminine verb by adding an open ta. This open ta is known as ta'al maftuhatu, that is an open ta with a sukoon over it. Ja'ala, ja'alat, fa'ala, fa'alat. Ja'ala means he made, ja'alat means she made. Then how to make fe'lul mudari, that is the masculine verb, into a feminine verb. The fe'lul mudari verb is made muannas into feminine by changing the ya at the beginning to ta. So any verb which starts with a ya, if we change this ya into a ta, then that verb will change into a feminine state. For example, if we say yaf'alu is muzakkar state, that is the masculine state. Now this yaf'alu is changed to tafalu. Tafalu means it is in the muannas state, that is the feminine state. Yaf'alu means he is doing or he will do, and taf'alu means she is doing or she will do, because it is fe'lul mudari. It has two tenses, that is it has the present tense as well as the future tense. So yaf'alu is in the muzakkar state and taf'alu means it is the muannas state. Yaf'alu means yaf'alu means he is doing or he will do. Taf'alu means she is doing or she will do. Similarly here, yajalu means he is making or he will make or he makes, and tajalu means she makes or she is making or she will make. So here the ya, which is the sign of fe'lul mudari, when this ya is changed into ta, then the masculine state is converted into the feminine state. So yajalu is in the masculine state, that is the muzakkar state, and tajalu is in the muannas state, that is the feminine state. So here if we take the conjugation of verbs, so this conjugation of verbs we will be dealing separately in the next class, conjugation of verbs. But these are the 14 conjugations of a verb, that is fataha, fatahu. Okay, this is the fe'lul madhi, and fe'lul mudari, that is yaftahu, yaftahani, yaftahuna. So total 14 forms of the conjugation of a verb. So fataha means he opened, so it is masculine. Fataha means he opened, so it is a masculine form. So in order to make this masculine into a feminine, because it is fe'lul madhi, that is a past tense verb, so we need to add an open ta with a sukoon over it to make it feminine. So fataha means he opened. If you add ta, open ta, then it will become fatahat means she opened. Fataha means he opened. Fatahat means she opened. So just by adding an open ta, we can convert the masculine verb into a feminine form. So similarly, if we take Failul Mudari, here yaftahu is there. Yaftahu means he opens, or he is opening, or he will open. That is yaftahu. So this yaftahu, in order to make it is into a feminine form, just change this ya sign into a ta. That means taftahu. So here you can see taftahu. Taftahu means she opens, she is opening, or she will open. So it is taftahu. So taftahu is the feminine form and yaftahu is the masculine form. So this taftahu can also be seen here. Taftahu, you open, but we will come to know this taftahu in the conjugation of a verb. So one more characteristic of a verb is transitivity of a verb. So we have finished the genders of verbs. Now this is one more transitivity of a verb. So verbs are of two types, that is transitive verbs and intransitive verbs. Okay, transitive verbs and intransitive verbs. So what is a transitive verb? A verb is a verb which needs a direct object to complete its meaning is known as a transitive verb. A verb which requires a direct object to complete its meaning is known as a transitive verb. For example, he ate a mango. That is, it is Failul Mutaaddi. The transitive verb is also known as Failul Mutaaddi. He ate. Okay, it does not complete the meaning. It requires an object to complete its meaning. The object is the mango. So he ate a mango. So these verbs which requires an object to complete its meaning, such verbs are known as transitive verbs. And these transitive verbs are known as Failul Mutaaddi. Okay, Failul Mutaaddi. Some verbs require more than two objects to complete its meaning. Such verbs are ditransitive verbs. So he gave me a mango. So he gave me is one object and mango is one more object. You will understand this in the sentences, in the verbal sentences, inshallah, in the coming classes. But as of now, we can keep in mind that a verb which requires an object to complete its meaning is known as transitive verb and it is known as Failul Mutaaddi. So since this sentence requires two objects to complete its meaning, that is, he gave me a mango, that is Failul Mutaaddi ilal maf'ulain, means two objects are required to complete its meaning. Now coming to intransitive verbs. So verbs which do not require a direct object to complete its meaning is known as an intransitive verb. So these verbs do not require an object to complete its meaning. For example, he slept or he sat. So this does not require any meaning. He slept on carpet, that is some additional object, but it's not a direct object. So if those verbs which do not require a direct object to complete its meaning, then such verbs are known as intransitive verbs. Like example, he slept or he sat. Such verbs are known as Failul Lazim. Okay, such verbs are known as Failul Lazim, which do not require an object to complete its meaning. So here we can see here Failul, it is a transitive verb, that is Samiya Hamidinil Aza. Samiya Hamidinul Aza. So Samiya means he heard. Who heard? Hamid heard. Hamid heard what? Hamid heard the Aza. Okay, Hamid heard the Aza. So Hamid heard means, so it does not complete the meaning. It requires an object to complete its meaning. So Aza is the object here. So Samiya Hamidunil Azana. So it is a transitive verb. Okay, it is a transitive verb which requires an object. Similarly, if we see, this is intransitive. Zahaba Hamidun. Okay, Hamid went. Zahaba means he went. Who went? Hamid. So Zahaba Hamidun. Hamid went. So it does not require an object to complete its meaning. So it is an intransitive verbs. Okay. So this framing of these sentences you will understand in the sentences classes. So sentences are of two types, that is verbal sentence and the nominal sentence. Will deal in sentences. So as of now, you just remember transitive verbs requires an object to complete its meaning, and intransitive verbs do not require an object to complete its meaning. Like Zahaba Hamidun. So this is the two. Today we will deal two characteristics of a verb, that is the gender and transitivity of a verb. In the next class, we will be dealing with the voices, that is the passive voice, and we will be dealing with the conjugations, inshallah. Wa akhir dana alhamdulillahi rabbil alamin. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.